Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, what if this tiny coin could make me a millionaire? Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you there's a very specific 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that's rumored to be worth up to $5 million? Yes, you heard that right. One penny. $5 million. What's even scarier? It might already be sitting in your pocket, or worse, you've spent it on a cup of coffee. Stick with me, and I'll explain what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and what steps you must take before it's too late. Trust me, this could be the most valuable 10 minutes you'll spend all year. Now, let's get straight to the facts. The 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is one of the most elusive coins in U.S. history. First, let's address what a mint mark even is. Typically, coins are stamped with a letter indicating where they were made: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But this penny? It has no mint mark at all. At first glance, that might seem like a mistake. But here's the twist: its value comes not just from its rarity but from its condition and history. Only a handful of these coins were ever circulated. Imagine a coin slipping through the cracks of the minting process, a one-in-a-million fluke, and now, it's worth millions. But here's the kicker: most people don't even know they have it. How do you know if your 1980 penny is the golden ticket? Hang tight because we're getting to the most important details next. Here's how you can tell if your 1980 penny is the one collectors are clamoring for. Look for these key signs: no mint mark under the date, sharp, crisp details in Lincoln's face and the wheat stalks, or if you're lucky, a flawless surface. Proof like shine or unusually perfect condition, but don't just eyeball it. Get your penny appraised by a professional or send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. These experts can officially authenticate your coin and give you an accurate value. Time for the big question: why does this penny fetch millions? It's not just about rarity, it's about demand. Collectors will pay top dollar for something truly one of a kind. And with inflation and the growing interest in rare coins, this penny's value could skyrocket even further. But here's where the urgency comes in: the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Coins in circulation wear down over time, losing their value. Every day you delay could cost you thousands, if not millions. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Right now, someone, somewhere in the US, is finding one of these pennies and changing their life. Why not you? But before you go diving into your coin stash, let me warn you: most people miss this treasure because they don't know what to look for. Could you be sitting on a life-changing fortune and not even know it? Stay tuned because today, I'm uncovering the secrets of the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny and why its value has skyrocketed. And by the way, if you're thinking, this is just one of those too good to be true stories, stick around, I'll prove why this is no urban legend. Now, let's dive in before someone else cashes in on your penny jackpot. First, let's get clear on why the 1981 penny without a mint mark is so special. Most pennies have a mint mark indicating where they were produced: Denver, D, Philadelphia, P, or San Francisco, S. But in 1981, a rare production anomaly occurred at the Philadelphia Mint. Some coins left the factory without the P mint mark. Now, here's where it gets serious. These error coins are incredibly rare, and their scarcity drives their value. Think about it: less than 1 in a billion coins has this anomaly. Most people don't even realize they're holding a fortune. But what makes this coin so valuable, and why are collectors and investors willing to pay millions for it? You'll want to hear this because it's not just about the mint mark, or lack of it. Here's what you need to know. The value of the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln penny depends on its condition. If you've got one in circulated condition, it might fetch a few $100s. But if your coin is in mint state condition, meaning it's shiny, flawless, and looks like it was minted yesterday, this is where the magic happens. These coins have sold at auctions for hundreds of thousands, even up to $4 million. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that's worth more than most houses. Now, let's pause for a moment. Have you ever thought, this could never happen to me? Well, tell that to a man who recently found one in his grandfather's old coffee can. That single coin turned his financial life around overnight. Here's the real question. What would you do with an extra $1 million? Pay off debt. Travel the world. Secure your family's future, but finding one isn't enough. There's one crucial detail that makes or breaks the value of your coin. Miss this, and your penny might as well be just a penny. The secret lies in certification and grading. Without professional grading from a trusted service like PCGS or NGC, even the rarest coin won't fetch top dollar. Grading verifies the coin's authenticity and determines its condition. Here's the scary part: every year, countless people sell rare coins for pennies on the dollar because they didn't get them properly appraised. Imagine losing out on millions because of a small oversight. Don't let that be you. Now, if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't worry, I've got your back. In the description, I've included a link to resources and trusted graders to help you take the first step. But before you rush off, there's one more surprising factor that could increase the value of your coin even more. It's something most collectors don't even know. Here it is: provenance. If your coin comes with a compelling backstory or historical context, collectors might pay a premium. Did it come from an heirloom collection? Was it part of a famous auction? These details can skyrocket the value. So, here's what to do next: check your pennies, look for the 1981 date and absence of a mint mark. If you think you've got one, consult a professional grading service. Don't wait, these coins are becoming harder to find, and values are only going up. And for those thinking, what if I don't find one? Well, at least you'll have a much cleaner spare change jar. Remember, every great treasure hunt begins with a single step. That penny in your pocket could hold the key to a life-changing fortune. Don't let doubt hold you back. Check your coins, take action, and who knows, you might just be holding the start of your wealthy new life. Imagine this: you're cleaning out an old drawer, and a penny falls out. You think, it's just a penny, right? What's the big deal? But what if I told you that very penny could be worth $3 million? Yes, you heard that right, $3 million for a coin you probably overlooked 100 times before. Here's the kicker: this isn't some vague, lottery-style chance. Thousands of these coins are still out there, hiding in plain sight. It's the 1982 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, and today, I'm going to show you why it's so valuable, how to recognize it, and how you could turn it into life-changing cash. Now, before we dive in, let me ask, have you ever thrown a penny away because it seemed worthless? Well, spoiler alert, you might regret that decision by the end of this video. Let's start with a little backstory. In 1982, the US Mint made a crucial change to the Lincoln penny. They shifted from copper to a zinc-based composition due to rising copper costs. During this transitional period, they struck millions of coins using both materials. But here's where it gets interesting: a small number of pennies minted in Philadelphia were struck without a mint mark. So why does this make them so valuable? First, rarity. In the coin world, rarity is king. These no mint mark pennies are incredibly scarce, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar, scratch that, top millions for one in excellent condition. Second, it's all about condition and grading. A penny graded as MS-67, that's mint state for those new to coin collecting, has fetched millions at auction. Yes, that's right. A tiny scratch or fingerprint can be the difference between a life-changing payday and a coin worth 1 cent. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: how do you spot one of these rare treasures? Take a close look at any 1982 Lincoln pennies you have. Flip it over. Do you see a mint mark? No. Don't get too excited just yet. You'll also need to determine if it's copper or zinc. A quick tip: weigh it. Copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while zinc ones are lighter, at 2.5 grams. Wait. Before you start rating your piggy bank and weighing pennies on your kitchen scale, yes, I see you, you need to hear the rest. Now, here's where things really heat up. Most people think they'll never find something this rare. But what if I told you there's a strategy to increase your chances of discovering one of these gems? First, search where others haven't. Many 1982 pennies are sitting in forgotten jars, old wallets, or tucked away in attic boxes. The best part? Most people don't know what to look for, so you have the advantage. Second, once you think you found one, get it professionally appraised. This is crucial. A certified appraisal can mean the difference between a buyer offering you a few $1,000s and a top-tier collector willing to drop 7 figures, and let's not forget urgency. The market for rare coins is booming right now, but trends don't last forever. Every day you wait, the risk of missing out grows. So don't let this opportunity slip away. Seriously, would you rather let a $3 million penny collect dust, or put it to work building your dream lifestyle? Imagine the vacations, the house, the freedom, but here's the real question: could you be sitting on one of these life-changing pennies without even realizing it? Don't take the chance, grab your coins and start checking. Who knows? Your next big payday might just be in your pocket. Are you sitting on a fortune? Picture this: you're scrolling through a pile of old pennies, and suddenly, you find a 1983 Lincoln penny, but something's off, it doesn't have a mint mark. Now, before you toss it back into the jar thinking it's just another old coin, hold on. That coin could be worth up to $2 million. Yes, you heard me right, up to $2 million. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know if you're holding on to a small fortune or just a regular penny. Let's dive in. The 1983 Lincoln penny is one of the most intriguing and elusive coins in the entire numismatic world. In 1983, the U.S. Mint switched from copper to a zinc-based composition for pennies, and this is where things get interesting. Most pennies that year are your standard zinc pennies. But what if I told you there's a small chance that you could have a rare, valuable 1983 penny without a mint mark? Hold that thought. Here's the problem: the U.S. Mint accidentally released a handful of pennies with no mint mark at all. This mistake, this flaw, could be the key to unlocking a massive payday. You might think, no way. How could a simple minting error make a penny worth millions? Well, keep watching because we're about to uncover the shocking truth behind this coin. Now, let's talk value. A regular 1983 penny, nothing special, right? At best, it's worth 1 cent. But, if you have one that was struck without a mint mark, things change drastically. These pennies are so rare that collectors and investors alike are willing to pay up to $2 million for them. Let me explain why. You see, only a handful of these 1983 pennies without a mint mark were ever made, and the U.S. Mint has no records of them. Because of their rarity, these coins have become incredibly valuable in the collector's market. The value isn't just about the coin itself, it's the mystery surrounding it. A coin that shouldn't exist. So, how do you know if your penny is one of these rare ones? First, you need to check the mint mark. Most 1983 pennies have a small mint mark located near the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. However, if there's no mint mark, it could be worth a lot more than you think. But that's not all. There's another thing you need to know that could make your penny worth even more. Condition matters. I know what you're thinking: I've got a jar full of old pennies, how am I supposed to know if I've got one of these million-dollar mistakes? Don't worry. We'll break down exactly how to identify your rare penny, but first, let's talk about why it's so urgent to act now. Here's the thing: the window for finding and selling these 1983 Lincoln pennies is closing fast. The coin market is competitive, and these rare pennies don't stay hidden for long. Think about it: if you had a penny worth $2 million, wouldn't you want to cash in? Imagine what you could do with that kind of money. You could retire early, take that dream vacation, or buy that house you've always wanted. But, if you're not careful, you could miss out on your opportunity to sell for top dollar. So, how can you sell your 1983 penny for the highest value? First, you need to get it graded by a professional. A certified grading service will assess the condition of your coin and provide you with an official certification. This is crucial because collectors will pay a premium for coins that are in mint condition, and, here's where it gets exciting: if your 1983 penny is in excellent condition and has no mint mark, you might be looking at a life-changing payday. But don't just take my word for it. Recently, one of these rare pennies sold for $2 million at auction. Can you imagine holding on to something worth that much? So, before you go digging through your change jar, ask yourself, do you have a 1983 penny without a mint mark? If you do, your next step could make you a fortune. But here's the kicker, the longer you wait, the harder it may be to find buyers willing to pay top dollar. The market for rare coins is shifting fast. The time to act is now. In the next video, we'll go over how to properly identify and assess the condition of your coins to maximize their value. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on a single penny that could make you rich. Before you go, take a second to check your pennies, you just might be holding on to a $2 million mistake. Imagine the possibilities. Can you afford to pass that up? Let's make sure you're not missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. What if I told you that a single penny from 1984 could be worth a fortune, up to $1 million? Sounds too good to be true, right? But stay with me because this isn't just some myth. In this video, you'll learn exactly why that seemingly ordinary penny could be hiding a life-changing treasure. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 Lincoln penny is not particularly rare in most cases. But if you know what to look for, you might be sitting on a gold mine. If your penny has no mint mark, that's where the excitement begins. In the world of coin collecting, mint marks are crucial. Normally, coins produced in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, and so, most of the 1984 pennies don't attract much attention. But a mistake, yes, an error, is what makes the difference between pocket change and a potential fortune. Imagine, one simple oversight by the US Mint has turned this one tiny detail into a highly coveted rarity. It's a mistake that only a few collectors will ever spot, but it can mean the difference between a few pennies or $1 million. That penny could be your ticket to financial freedom, and I'm about to show you exactly what to look for. Now, let's get into the specifics. You see, some 1984 pennies were struck without the expected mint mark, a small detail that was overlooked by the mint. This is a big deal in the coin world. Why? Because it's a variety error coin, a coin that stands out from the rest, and as we know, rarity drives value. The value? Well, that depends on several factors, but let's be clear, it can range anywhere from a few $100s to, potentially $1 million. Yes, 1 million. And you might be thinking, how could a penny be worth that much? Well, it's all about the rarity and the condition. The fewer of these coins that exist, the more valuable they become. You're probably asking, how do I know if I've got one of these rare pennies? Here's the catch, it's all about condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. A penny in mint condition can fetch a fortune, while a penny in poor condition will still have value but far less. It's not just about knowing you have the penny. You need to know how to get it graded. Without the right certification, that coin might be worth a lot less. In fact, you could have $1 million coin sitting in your drawer, but it's only worth a few bucks without the proper grade. But I'm not here to leave you in the dark. I'll explain how to get it graded, how to find buyers, and where to sell it for top dollar. Just keep watching. Now, before you start searching through every penny you own, let me warn you, this isn't something you'll find every day. These 1984 no mint mark pennies are extremely rare. It's about knowing what you're looking for and having the patience to hunt them down. But here's the kicker. Even if you don't have one of these rare pennies, don't give up hope just yet. The coin market is full of surprises. Many people have sold coins they didn't even know were valuable, until they learned what to look for. And it's not just about pennies. If you know how to spot rare coins, you can make thousands, or even millions, by selling them. Coins are a proven way to build wealth, and you could be one sale away from living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. The clock is ticking, my friend. Every day, people are discovering the hidden value of their old coins. Will you be one of them? Or will you let the opportunity slip away? The choice is yours. So, go ahead, check your change, look through your old coins, and if you think you might have a rare 1984 penny without a mint mark, get it graded and see just how valuable it could be. And who knows? This penny could change your life forever. But remember, time waits for no one. Get started today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more valuable coin tips. Drop a comment if you've ever found something surprising in your change. And share this video with anyone who might be sitting on a fortune.
You have an old penny sitting in your drawer, your pocket, maybe even buried in a jar somewhere. But what if that penny could be worth a fortune? We're talking about up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. You could be holding on to something that's not just old, but a key to your financial freedom. Stick around, because in today's video, we'll dive into one of the most sought-after pennies in history, the 1949 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Because this penny could change your life. Let's start with a little history. The 1949 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny is one of the most mysterious and valuable coins you could ever own. But how can something so small hold such incredible worth? The 1949 penny, produced during a time when the United States was rebuilding after World War II, stands out because of a simple detail. Or should I say, the lack of one. That's right, no mint mark. You see, the U.S. Mint typically places a mint mark on their coins to show where they were made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But the 1949 penny? No mint mark. That makes it an anomaly, a rare exception. Now, let's get into the good stuff. Why does this matter? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The 1949 no-mint mark penny is incredibly rare because it was part of a batch of coins that slipped through the cracks, missing that crucial mint mark. This mistake makes it highly sought after by collectors around the world. As a result, when one of these coins shows up at an auction, people go wild. In fact, this penny has been known to fetch prices ranging from $1,000 to, wait for it, $4 million. That's right, millions. Now, here's where things get intense. Imagine you find this penny in your collection, or maybe it's just sitting in a jar of loose change you've forgotten about. You could be staring at a small fortune, but what if you don't know its true value? What if you don't take action fast enough? Here's the truth. Thousands of these coins are out there, but very few are in mint condition. The ones that are, get snapped up quickly. The longer you wait, the less likely it is that your penny will stay a secret. Waiting for a bus might be one thing, but waiting to cash in on a rare penny? That's a missed opportunity that could cost you millions. So, let's talk condition. For the 1949 no-mint mark penny to reach its peak value, it needs to be in excellent condition. That means no major scratches, no discoloration, and most importantly, no wear on the design. The more perfect it is, the more it's worth, but don't worry if your penny isn't perfect. There are still plenty of ways to sell it for a good price, even if it's just in decent condition. The market for these coins is strong and growing. But the key here is to act fast. The longer you wait to get your penny evaluated, the more likely someone else will snatch it up first. Now, let's talk about the payoff. If you've ever dreamed of living a life of luxury, free from the daily grind, this is your chance. One coin, one discovery, could set you up for a life of wealth. Selling a coin worth millions and using that money to finally take that dream vacation, pay off your debts, or even start a business that will grow and thrive for generations. This is the opportunity that could change everything for you. And don't forget, this isn't just about the 1949 no-mint mark penny. It's about all the rare coins sitting in your collection, waiting to be discovered. You just need the knowledge, the confidence, and the right guidance to cash in on your hidden treasure. What will you do with your newfound wealth? That's the real question. But first, you've got to find that 1949 penny. Get it checked out, and who knows? That little coin could lead you to a life you've always dreamed of. So, what are you waiting for? If you've got a 1949 no-mint mark penny, take action today. Get it appraised, get it sold, and start living that wealthy lifestyle you've always imagined. Remember, fortune favors the bold. And you? You're just one penny away from a life of financial freedom. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Subscribe to our channel for more valuable coin tips, and start your journey to wealth now. Do you have a 1975 Lincoln penny sitting in your drawer? Or perhaps, in a coin jar that's collecting dust? What if I told you that single coin could be worth up to $3.5 million? Yes, you heard that right, $3.5 million. Stick around because, by the end of this video, you'll know whether that penny in your collection could change your life forever. If you're even remotely interested in turning your old coins into a fortune, you must watch this video until the end. The information I'm about to share could make or break your future. So, don't skip ahead. Your next big payday could be just around the corner, or buried inside a forgotten coin collection. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most mysterious and valuable coins in circulation. But here's the thing, it wasn't supposed to be anything special. Most pennies from 1975 are worth, well, just 1 cent. But some of them? They're worth more than a house. Up to $3.5 million, to be exact. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can a simple penny be worth so much? Surely, it's too good to be true. Let me tell you, it's not. In fact, it's happening right now. There are people just like you, sitting on a gold mine they don't even realize. And while it's easy to overlook, understanding how to spot these valuable pennies could be the difference between a comfortable life and living paycheck to paycheck. Are you ready to find out how? So, why is the 1975 penny worth so much? It all boils down to one simple mistake, or rather, a rare omission. You see, most coins have a mint mark, indicating where they were made, D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and an P for Philadelphia. But in 1975, some pennies didn't have any mint mark at all. This was a rare error, but an error that caused this specific penny to become one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. Now, don't be fooled. Just because your penny is from 1975 doesn't mean it's worth a fortune. In fact, most 1975 pennies you come across will be the standard, worthless version. But, and this is where it gets exciting, if your coin is missing the mint mark and meets certain other criteria, you could be sitting on a serious jackpot. Here's where it gets tricky. Not every 1975 penny is valuable. In fact, a lot of people think they've found gold only to be disappointed. So how can you tell if your coin is one of the rare ones? Well, it's not just about the date, that's the first mistake people make. But there's one more secret you need to know, and I'm not going to tell you just yet. Stay with me, you won't want to miss this. If you're serious about making money off of rare coins, here's where the rubber hits the road. The key to identifying a valuable 1975 penny is understanding the exact characteristics that make it rare. First, it has to be in excellent condition. If it's worn down, scratched, or discolored, its value drops significantly. But even more importantly, it must have that distinct absence of the mint mark. Not every penny from 1975 is a mistake, but for those few that are, the minting error is a huge deal. Imagine, for a second, what it would feel like to discover that your penny is worth millions. You'd be able to pay off your debt, buy that dream house, maybe even retire early. It's possible. And for the right person, it's happening right now. If you find a 1975 penny with no mint mark, especially in good condition, you could be cashing in at a collector's auction in no time. But here's the kicker, because of the limited number of these rare coins, they're being snatched up by collectors and dealers at a lightning-fast pace. So the longer you wait to check your pennies, the more likely it is that someone else will get their hands on them before you do. Now, let me ask you something. What would you do if you found a penny worth $3.5 million? Would you sell it right away? Or would you hold on to it, hoping it'll be worth even more down the line? I'll tell you what, knowing exactly how to sell it is crucial, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. I know you're excited now, but here's the truth, it's not enough to just find a penny. If you want to make the most money from your discovery, you need to know how to sell it properly. In fact, finding the right buyer for your coin is just as important as finding it in the first place. So here's the deal. If you want to learn exactly how to sell your 1975 no mint mark penny for top dollar, make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to share that with you in the next video. You won't want to miss it. And trust me, I've got more valuable coin secrets to share that could make you a fortune. Don't leave any money on the table. Remember, coins like the 1975 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be your ticket to a wealthier life. But only if you know what to look for and how to sell it. Stick around, and I'll show you how. Until then, keep checking those old pennies. You never know what hidden treasure you might be sitting on. 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny sitting in a jar somewhere. What if I told you that tiny coin could be worth up to $3.3 million? Yes, you heard that right. Your pocket change could change your life forever. But before you start rummaging through your drawers, stick with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to reveal everything you need to know about this rare gem, and how you can cash in on its hidden value. Stay tuned, because the shocking truth might just make you a fortune. Now, let's dive into the world of rare coins. The 1979 D Lincoln penny isn't just another coin, it's an opportunity that could turn your financial future upside down. But before we get to the jaw-dropping value, let's take a look at how this coin made it onto the map. So, why is the 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable? It all comes down to a rare error, a mistake made during its production. Back in 1979, the Denver Mint produced Lincoln pennies, but some of them didn't quite meet the minting standards. You see, the 1979 D Lincoln penny is unique because a small number of them were struck with what's called a double die error. What does that mean? Well, to the untrained eye, it might look like a regular penny, but to a seasoned coin collector or a professional appraiser, it's a goldmine. The double die error means that the coin was struck twice, causing the details, like the date, the mint mark, and Lincoln's features, to appear blurry or doubled. It's this error that gives the 1979 D Lincoln penny its incredible value, but here's the catch. Only a small percentage of 1979 D pennies were struck with this error. We're talking about a handful of coins, maybe even fewer. That's why finding one is like striking gold. Now, imagine the excitement if you discovered that you own one of these rare pennies. You could be holding a piece of history, worth millions of dollars. Let's talk about money, because that's what it's all about, right? You're probably asking, how much are we talking here? What's the actual market value of these rare pennies? Hold on to your seats, because the number will blow your mind. In recent years, some of these 1979 D mint mark Lincoln pennies have sold for up to $3.3 million. Yes, million. So, if you have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on an absolute treasure. But here's where it gets really interesting. The coin's value depends on a few factors. First, the condition. A penny in excellent condition, one with minimal wear, will naturally fetch a higher price. Second, the rarity of the error. The rarer the double die error, the more valuable the coin is. You see, not every 1979 D Lincoln penny has this unique flaw. It's incredibly rare to find one in pristine condition with the double die error. Now, here's where the fear factor comes in. You could be one of the lucky few to find one of these coins, but don't wait too long. The value of rare coins like this one is increasing, and if you don't act fast, someone else could snatch it up before you have the chance to sell. And I'll let you in on a little secret. While most people are tossing pennies in their piggy banks, coin collectors and investors are scouring eBay, auction houses, and coin shops looking for that one perfect penny to complete their collection. If you've got one of these, you could be sitting on a goldmine. When was the last time you looked at a penny and thought, that's a fortune? Yeah, I thought so. Most of us don't even bother to pick them up when they fall on the ground. But now, well, now it's a different story. So, what happens if you find this elusive 1979 D mint mark Lincoln penny? Do you just hang on to it, hoping for the best? Absolutely not. You need to take action now. This is your chance to cash in on something that could change your life forever, but here's the reality check. If you don't know how to properly evaluate, market, or sell your coin, you could lose out on its full potential value. You could be sitting on millions and not even know how to unlock its worth. And the worst part? Someone else could swoop in and grab it for pennies on the dollar. It happens every day. That's why you need to act fast. Learn how to identify the coin, get it professionally appraised, and connect with serious buyers. The clock is ticking, and every moment you wait is a moment someone else might be walking away with your fortune. But here's the kicker, there's a very specific way to identify whether your 1979 Lincoln penny is worth millions, and I'm going to reveal that to you in just a minute. You'll want to stick around, because missing this step could cost you thousands, if not more. So, are you ready to find out exactly how to tell if your 1979 Lincoln penny is worth $3.3 million? Keep watching, because the key to unlocking its value is just around the corner. We're almost there. Before I reveal the ultimate secret to identifying this coin's value, I want to leave you with one last thought. You've been given the tools to change your life. You now know about the incredible potential of the 1979 mint mark Lincoln penny. But the real question is, will you take action? You could be the next person to sell a coin worth millions of dollars. You could be the one to live the dream life you've always wanted. But only if you take that first step. Imagine finding a penny, just a simple coin, nothing extraordinary, right? Now, what if I told you that this coin could be worth more than $3 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, worth more than a luxury home. Stick around, because today we're diving into one of the most unbelievable coin discoveries in modern history, the 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Let's begin with a story. In 1988, the U.S. Mint struck billions of Lincoln pennies. But something went wrong, something so small, yet so powerful, that it changed everything for some lucky individuals. Most of us know that every coin minted by the U.S. Mint has a mint mark. It tells us where it was made, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But in 1988, a few pennies slipped through the cracks. Some of them didn't have a mint mark at all. These are not just any pennies. They're rare. These pennies were accidentally released into circulation, and they're extremely valuable, so valuable, in fact, that if you find one today, you could be sitting on a small fortune. But here's the kicker, most people have no idea what they're holding in their hands. Imagine throwing away a coin that could change your financial future forever. How many of us have done that, without even thinking twice? I know I've tossed my fair share of pennies, not even considering their worth. So, how much is one of these rare pennies worth? Well, here's where it gets wild. A typical 1988 penny, with a mint mark, is worth just 1 cent, barely worth the metal it's made of. But a 1988 penny with no mint mark? That's where the magic happens. In the right condition, a no mint mark penny could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And the rarest ones, the ones in perfect condition, can fetch up to $3.1 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $3.1 million for a penny. Now, I know what you're thinking. A penny for my thoughts? More like $1 million for my thoughts. But I'm not joking. This is real. This is happening right now. But before you start checking your piggy bank for that rare penny, let's pump the brakes for a second. Don't go spending all your retirement savings looking for rare pennies. Although, if you do find one, I wouldn't mind a small commission. Just kidding. Let's get back to business. You're wondering, why is this penny worth so much? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and demand. There are fewer of these coins out there than you might think, and even fewer in top-notch condition. Coin collectors and investors are always on the lookout for those elusive finds, willing to pay a premium price for them. Here's the crucial part. If you're going to get rich off this penny, you need to know how to spot it. First, you need to look closely at the penny's date. It should read 1988, and there should be no mint mark anywhere on the reverse side. near the bottom. That's where most mint marks are located. No D or S, just the date, second, condition matters. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Look for ones with minimal wear. The perfect 1988 no mint mark penny can fetch the highest price. Here's the thing, this isn't just a treasure hunt for you. The market for rare coins is huge. If you find a 1988 no mint mark penny in mint condition, the people who are willing to pay top dollar for it are out there, right now. But you have to act fast. These coins are disappearing, and every day that goes by without you checking your coins could be a missed opportunity. So, what if I told you that the next rare penny you find could be worth more than your car? Imagine walking into a coin shop or auction and walking out with a huge check in your hand. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? But you need to know what you're doing. I'll tell you exactly where you can find more of these rare pennies, how to grade them, and the best places to sell them, but only if you stick with me until the end of this video, because trust me, the real treasure hunt is just getting started. Before I reveal the full details, let's take a quick look at a few other rare pennies that might be hiding in your collection. Could one of these be worth more than a down payment on a house? Here's the deal, if you want to live the life you've always dreamed of, if you want to turn your coin collection into something truly valuable, then take action today. Don't wait. Check your change. Check your drawers, your old coin jars, because that 1988 no mint mark penny could be worth more than you think. 1996 D mint mark Lincoln penny, sitting in your drawer, unnoticed, maybe even tossed aside. But what if I told you that same penny could be worth up to $3 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're going to uncover why this penny could change your financial future forever. But before we dive in, let me ask you, do you ever feel like you're missing out on something big? Like there's a hidden treasure sitting right under your nose, just waiting to be found? You may be closer than you think. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1996 D mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just another coin in your pocket. Sure, at first glance, it might look like any other penny, copper-colored, with that familiar Lincoln portrait, but trust me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. You see, the 1996 D penny has a rare characteristic that sets it apart. Some of these pennies were struck with a major flaw, a double die error, that makes them incredibly valuable. If you've got one of these rare errors, it could fetch you a small fortune. And we're talking big money here, up to $3 million for the right one. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, this is just another internet scam, hear me out. Coin collecting, especially rare error coins like these, is big business. People are paying top dollar for these pennies, and if you've got one, you could be sitting on a goldmine. But here's the catch, finding a 1996 D penny with a double die error isn't easy. These pennies are extremely rare. In fact, only a handful of them have ever been discovered. So, if you've got one of these, you're one of the lucky few. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if my 1996 D penny is worth millions? Let's break it down. First, take a good look at the coin. Does it have visible doubling on the word liberty or in God we trust? That's one of the most common signs of the error. If the letters appear blurry or stacked, that's a potential double die. Second, check the mint mark. It should be a clear D for Denver. If it's doubled as well, you could have a jackpot on your hands. But here's where the real challenge begins. Even if your penny shows signs of the double die error, you need to have it authenticated by a professional coin grader. This is where the experts come in, people who can confirm if your coin is truly a high-value collectible. Without that authentication, your penny is just a penny. So, what's the next step? Hold on to your hat, because I've got a cliffhanger for you. In just a minute, I'll tell you how to get your coin graded, and the shocking truth about how much some of these rare coins have actually sold for. But first, let me ask you, do you ever get that feeling that just maybe, you could be holding something extraordinary? A coin that could change everything? Stay with me, we're not done yet. Now, let's talk about the rewards. Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that the penny you've been holding on to for years could sell for millions. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, let me tell you, it's not. Some 1996 pennies with the double die error have sold for as much as $3 million. Can you picture that? That's a life-changing amount of money. The kind of money that can pay off your house, fund your retirement, or even let you live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. But, remember, not every 1996 penny is worth that much. The condition of the coin, its rarity, and the level of error all play a part in determining the price. So, what should you do if you think you have one of these valuable pennies? Well, I'm glad you asked. First, find a professional coin dealer or grader who can evaluate its authenticity and value. Be careful though, there are plenty of scams out there, so make sure you choose someone reputable. Trust me, the last thing you want is to let your $1 million penny slip through your fingers because of a bad deal, and here's the most important part: time is ticking. As more people discover the value of these rare coins, their prices may skyrocket. If you've got one of these pennies in your collection, don't wait. Get it graded, get it authenticated, and get ready to cash in. Every day you wait could cost you a fortune. Now, I'm not saying every 1996 penny will make you a millionaire, but what if yours could? What if you could unlock the financial freedom you've always dreamed of? This is your chance. That if you think you've got a rare 1996 penny, don't let it sit there gathering dust. Take action today. Get it graded, get it valued, and you could be closer to living that wealthy lifestyle than you ever imagined. And hey, if you're not sure what to do next, drop a comment below or hit that subscribe button for more insider tips. You could be just one coin away from changing your life forever. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, fortune favors the bold. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies.o, and one last thing, before you run off to dig through your coin jar, don't forget to hit that like button. After all, who doesn't want to be a millionaire?